we are going to go over how to do an enrollment through Aleira. Aleira is a carrier that we work with. They're a ministry MedShare program. So a lot of the terms that you're going to see here are not going to be insurance terms. The terms that they use are just different from insurance terms, which is why they're not technically considered an insurance product. But they do offer a whole range of different plans. Where I'm going to go first here, you want to go to alirahealth.com/American Exchange. Okay, so this one's a little bit different because we don't have a broker login. It's great because everything sold here is just under Bobby's account, and you can sell anything from this platform. Most frequently, we are selling the Aleira Short Term medical plans. Okay, you'll find those down here: Interim Care Value, Interim Care Plus, and Interim Care Premium. Okay, now what I typically do when I'm talking to a client on the phone about an Aleira plan is I pull up this PDF. Okay, so this PDF here is the same for all three of these interim care products. So it doesn't matter really which PDF option you select, you're going to get the same thing. Okay. So here we have the brochure for the interim care product. There's a lot of information in here. There are plan details. You'll see that each interim care plan is blocked off by these columns. You'll see value plan in this first column, plus in the second, and premium being the most rich plan in this third column. You'll see that these short-term plans, the major deal is that they're not going to cover pre-existing conditions. Okay, there's very limited coverage in this lowest cost value plan for primary care visits and urgent care. Okay, so it's really just that value plan is really just meant for hospitalization, some minor discounts on inpatient hospitalization and outpatient x-rays, that type of thing, emergency room treatment. If the client's looking for something with an office visit or prescription drug coverage, they're going to want to do this plus or premium option. If we keep scrolling down here, the pricing comes up in two different segments. So there's 0 to 30-day plans. Pretty rare that someone needs coverage for less than 30 days. I've made the mistake myself of showing this pricing to callers and accidentally looking at this instead of the pricing for plans for 31 to 180 days. So be sure that you're looking at the right pricing segment. Again, you're looking at these plans. The value plans are going to be here on the left, the plus plans here in the middle, the premium plans here on the right. Each of these plans is then broken down by the medical savings reimbursement account. The MSRA is really what we would call a deductible if it were a traditional insurance product. But that is their terminology. So there's $1,000, $2,500, $5,000, and $10,000 options. And you'll see that the pricing here is age banded. Okay, so it's age 18 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 64. If the person has a spouse and a child, family, it's kind of rated a little bit differently. You've got member plus one, which could be a spouse or a child, and then full family, which would be more than 2 people. Okay, so the plan pricing is here. Okay, so that's the simple version of kind of discussing those plans with a caller. I kind of start out by talking about the different deductible levels, and the conversation kind of just goes from there. If a client's ready to enroll, you want to go back to this this home screen at alirahealth.com/American Exchange, and you want to click the enroll button. Okay. Now it is important which option you choose here, because this will be what the client chooses, or what you've discussed with the client. For example, if he wanted the value plan, I would make sure to click enroll here in the value box. If they want the premium plan, you would have to come over here and click enroll in the premium plan. Okay, so let's just look at the plus plan and go through the enrollment process. What you'll have to do is you'll have to put the primary information in. Okay, and hit update. Okay, this is going to give you the cost. Here in the next section, you'll have to say how many months of coverage that you want. Okay, so I want 5 months of coverage, and then I want to select my deductible here. Okay, you can update that, and it'll update the pricing on the site. Okay. The Aleira Care plans are broken up into these two different covers. There's the interim care and the Trinity care. Okay, the Trinity care is the hospitalization part. The interim care is everything else. They really have to do that for compliance purposes, but both of these coverages combined make up the interim care product. So it may be kind of confusing for the client, but when you do this, you have to match everything up. You got to go 5 months, 5 months, MSRA, MSRA, and hit update. Okay. Now, the pricing that you discuss with the client will include a $100 application fee on the first month. So if you see here down at the bottom, there is the $229 product cost, a $100 application fee, bringing the total to $329.83 for the first month. Okay, so make sure that you're upfront with the client about that. If price is a huge issue, they'll want to know that that $100 fee is on the first month. It does not recur after that. When you go to checkout, once you've got everything in, enter the client's address. Post date is the day that you want the client to finish the enrollment. Select the effective date. You'll have a couple different options here. You'll want these two to match each other. Go through, enter the client's information, social security number, and then you'll have to read all of these out to the client. Okay, so I know it's kind of a pain, but you kind of got to go through all these questions. Health questions, tobacco, more health questions, competitive sports, questions about drinking, pregnancy, and any spouse or children that have those conditions. Then you'll have to come down here and insert a payment method. Okay, credit card or ACH bank draft are the two options. You'll have to then come down here further once you get the payment information. You'll have to check this acknowledgement, and you'll have to do the electronic signature either by a text message or an email address. Now these two fields, your cell phone and your email address, are going to populate from what you put in the previous section of the form. Okay, so what you'll be able to do is you'll hit send. Okay, that's going to send an email to the client. They are going to have to sign, get the email, click the link to electronically sign the document before you hit submit order. Okay, there will be a blue box on this screen once the email is sent out. Once the client has signed electronically, that box will turn to green and it'll say complete. Then you can submit the order. Okay, it's going to put it's quite a hassle if you submit everything before they sign it. It's kind of a pain. So just be sure to make sure that you can get that electronic signature to them. You may want to ask, do you have access to your email, or do you have access to your cell phone right now where I can send a confirmation email? I'm not going to be able to complete the enrollment until you electronically sign. Okay, so that's the basics of enrolling an Aleira short-term plan.